Hi, and welcome to another episode of Garmology, Fun with Outerwear. I'm Nick Johannesson, the host of Garmology podcast and the writer of welldressedad.com blog. And today's piece of outerwear is this one. I'm quite proud to present it really, because there aren't really that many Norwegian brands that I align with. But this one, I know the guys behind it, they're good guys, and it's a great brand, been going for about 10 years now, well 11 years in fact. It's Norwegian Rain. A brand started in Bergen on the west coast of Norway back in 2009 I think. First product coming online around 2009-2010. Now Bergen is profiled as the rainiest town in Europe. Having been there a bit, it does rain. Even my mum, who's from the Midlands in the UK, says it does rain a lot. More than you'd like. So what would be more natural than to start a rainwear company in Bergen? And that's what happened back in 2009 when Alex, fresh out of marketing school, looking for something to get started on, inquired with the local tailor, T. Michael, about developing something along the way, sort of rainwearish. Now, T. Michael wasn't too keen on this to start with, but Alex was very, very persistent. And they finally did make it. So it's a combination really of a young chap with marketing skills, a tailor with tailoring skills, and the symbiosis of what they wanted to make. And as a brand, it's quite remarkable really, because they have stayed very true to the tailoring. In Norway, most men I see wear black raincoats. Very, very boring black raincoats. So seeing something with a more tailored, a more designed aesthetic is quite a pleasure really. Now the one I've got here is a single-breasted Norwegian Rain raincoat, which is pretty much the standard model they do. They do a double-breasted one, they do the rain show, they do all sorts of different fabrics. They do an excellent winter coat called the Moscow, which looks really great. Now, just to sort of start us off, the fabric they use is a recycled polyester from Japan. So it comes in different colours, different patterns. Now this one I picked up, it's a rare Prince of Wales check in a brown with some tiny little red lines in it. Apparently a really rare one. I was lucky to find it second hand. And it's a lovely coat. And there's lots and lots of details. Now we can see this is the belted one. I wear it with or without belt. As we've seen from previous episodes, I have had a bit of a thing coming to appreciate the belts after a long period of not wearing belts. So this one, nicely in place. It goes around the back. There isn't anything to save it falling off, so you might want to roll it up, stick it in your pocket, or tie it at the back. But that's just one of the details. We see tailoring details like this, where the cuff can be cinched using really rather elegant system of buttons and whatnots. Let's have a look. So to tighten it up, you just move the button in. All very, very nicely made. We have two pockets either side with zips, so big deep pockets for phones, wallets, whatever. The lower one's also lined with something a bit nice. That is basically sort of the front piece here. Now there is an elegant piece of design in that water that makes its way in here will follow a seam down here and drop off here. Never really seen it sort of actually do that in wear, but then whenever I've been wearing it, it's been pouring down. I've been more concerned with other things than seeing what patterns water takes down the raincoat. Okay, we have side adjusters here to give it a more tailored fit. Just cinch it in a bit. And we have the rear split, which is the only place where you can actually see a logo, which is this sort of striped leather patch. It doesn't even say Norwegian Rain on it, but if you're walking on the street and you see someone and you see the split at the back, you think, oh, another one wearing a Norwegian Rain. Now, there's a hood, which is surprisingly technical, as I tried to, when I was trying to set it up now before recording the video, but it has a multitude of adjustments, all via press studs, and magnets. So you have hidden magnets in here that keep it together, and you can adjust it for shape and reach using this leather strap and buttons at the back. Of course, you can also remove the hood altogether quite easily, and it just becomes a very smart jacket. You can also roll up the hood and fasten it down with this leather strap. So once we do that, take the leather strap in there, it's just a very smart single-breasted Prince of Wales check jacket. Now, this one has more tricks up its sleeve because this is the autumn-winter version, which also has provision for a liner. So once I've buttoned up this, we see on the inside here a very nice silky satiny quilted liner with more big pockets on either side. Now this liner is zipped in, so you can zip it out and wear the jacket without it. There's also the cashmere details on the collar, which is nice and pleasant towards the front of your neck. Now let's have a look. Now here we see the inside of the liner, quilted, satiny. The sizing of this is a large mid-length version, 42-inch chest. That fits me quite well at the moment. A bit tight, but that will be sorted. Nice leather patch with the Norwegian Rain logo on, and a leather hanger. Now let's see if I can easily remove the liner. The zip's sort of tucked in so as to not get in the way of things, and it's a lot easier when it's not being filmed. Here we go. And there the liner is. It's a full liner, it goes all the way down and fastens at the end of the arm with a couple of buttons down here. It's got proper elasticated cuffs as well, so it's actually really pleasant. You can cycle down to say -15 with blasting cold wind against, and it's perfectly warm as a winter jacket. And on the inside, satiny finish again, and the big pockets are replicated. There is also an interesting label here. If you're looking for one second hand, this is good solid info. Now this jacket is from the Arctic collection, and it's got the year or the collection number in Roman numerals. So this is IX, so this is collection number 9. Now that means that calculating on from 2010, 2 collections a year, collection number 9 means that this was in the 5th year, so this was a 2015 jacket, so it's 6 years old now. If you see one for sale, that collection number does allow you to date it, which is pretty handy. Of course, if you're buying one brand new, then you're getting the latest one anyway, so that's no worry. All very, very nicely made in Europe. Extra buttons, and yes, there you go. That's the single-breasted Norwegian Rain raincoat, and I really like it. And Alex and T. Michael are really nice guys, and darlings of Pitiumo. You'll when you see photos of them, you'll know you've seen them before, because they are quite distinctive in their style. Something to aspire to, really. And they're still Bergen boys at heart. So that was all for this episode. If you'd like to get in touch, my email is garmology@welldresseddad.com. You can leave something in the comments. You can request another jacket from my collection. Just just check out my Instagram really to see what sort of things I have. And see you again next time. Bye bye. I didn't forget to to show how it looks on. Now I'm wearing it without the liner right now. So you can see it's got none of the fancy lining. Buttons up easily. Nice and soft. Fabric is very tactile and feels quality. Buttons all the way down, and as I mentioned, the cashmere in the collar is very pleasant. So I can button it all up. Now there's a flap included that fits over here, but I couldn't for the life of me work out how to fit it right now. So without that, I could put the hood on. And as I mentioned, the hood has a multitude of tightenings, so I've set this up to basically be pretty much my head. And it looks like this. Now I did mention there's a belt, which can of course be worn on or off. Let's just quickly tighten it here. And there we go. I'm still a little uncertain about wearing belts, I have to admit. And there you go. That's the Norwegian Rain single-breasted raincoat.